Huntrix's weapons are literally alive and changing color based on their emotional state. There's a tax evasion poster hidden on their production room wall. Baby Saja might have survived because Huntrix secretly let him. And in the real K-pop world, Huntrix would have been cancelled within the first month. Here are 10 details from K-pop demon hunters that most people watched right past without blinking. Which Huntrix weapon would you choose? Drop a heart pink for Rumi's sword, a heart red for Mira's blade, or a heart green for Zoe's spirit knives in the comments right now. There was a deleted scene in K-pop demon hunters that reveals something painful about Zoe, and most people never knew it existed. In the original cut of Huntrix's Golden MV, there's a hidden moment that digs into Zoe's past. It starts out looking like a simple flashback, but the longer it plays, the more you realize this isn't just a memory, it's an explanation. Zoe wasn't always the bubbly fan favorite everyone loves. Back in America, she was bullied, not for anything she did wrong, but simply for loving K-pop. Kids shoved her into a locker just because of it. A passion that now defines her entire world was once the reason she was made to feel like an outsider. And suddenly, everything about her character makes a little more sense. That constant need to make everyone around her smile. The way she goes out of her way to keep the energy light and the mood up. It was never just her personality. It was a defense. Because somewhere deep down, Zoe is still that girl who got pushed into a locker, and she's terrified of ever being rejected like that again. One deleted scene, and it completely reframes everything you thought you knew about her. Here's the plot hole the film never addresses and nobody seems to care about. Demons have been present in this world for a very long time. They attack villages. They disguise themselves as Mira and Zoe during the Idol Awards. They show up at concerts and interact directly with fans and stage crew. And nobody questions any of it. The common assumption is that humans can't see demons. Except that's not true. In Huntrix's very first concert scene, a demon physically interacts with fans, and the stage crew mistakes it for a stage prop.
And the world tour! And that finale with the guy in the demon suit exploding into confetti?
They saw it. They just misread what it was. Here's where it gets strange. But before it gets revealed, share how many times you have watched K-pop demon hunters. Like this video if it's more than 3 times, subscribe if it's more than 5 times, and comment the number below, which makes the real mystery even stranger. This is a modern world. Security cameras everywhere, phones in every hand. Every major public event is being filmed from 17 different angles simultaneously. Demons have been moving more freely as the Saja boys grew more popular, appearing in more places, in front of more people. And in a world this connected and this documented, nobody has ever posted a video, filed a report, or asked a single public question about what they're seeing. Either there's something suppressing people's ability to process what demons actually are, or someone very powerful has been managing the narrative for a very long time. Both options have serious sequel implications. In the first film, Rumi, Zoe, and Mira were each other's only family, orphaned, estranged, abandoned. 3 broken backstories. The sequel is about to fix that because each of them has a biological sister they never knew about. Zoe's half-sister is a silver-haired girl named Yuna. After Zoe's parents split, her dad moved to America and started over. Yuna is the daughter he had with his new family. Mira's situation is even heavier. A Netflix insider revealed she was adopted, and if you look at her family photo, she's the only one with candy pink hair, so it wasn't exactly hidden. In the sequel, we find out Mira has a biological sibling. Mystery. Yes, that mystery. The matching earring was a clue the whole time, and Mystery isn't alone. She and Mira also share a sister named Maya, who was raised by a human family with no idea she had demon blood. Maya grew up alongside another half-demon girl named Heart. Remember that name. Rumi's twin is named Ren. She existed in the original storyboards but was cut from the first movie. The story was already packed. The sequel has been holding her back this entire time. Everyone knows Huntrix's signature weapons. Rumi's sword, Mira's curved blade, Zoe's spirit knives, standard setup. But here's what nobody is tracking. The color of those weapons changes throughout the entire film, and it's not random. At the beginning, they glow blue. In the middle of the movie, they shift toward pink and purple. By the final battle, they're back to blue again. But before you find out, Share which Huntrix weapon you would want to use. Like this video if it's Rumi's sword, subscribe if it's Mira's blade, and comment if it's Zoe's spirit knives. So here's what that actually means. The weapons are directly connected to the hand-moon barrier, and they reflect exactly what's happening inside each hunter. When they're confident and honest with themselves, the weapons glow blue, the same pure blue as a healthy hand-moon. When they're struggling internally, hiding something, doubting who they are, the color shifts to pink and purple, the exact same colors the hand-moon turns when it starts breaking down, which is why Rumi's weapon spends most of the middle of the film glowing pink and purple. She wasn't just struggling with her voice, she was struggling with her entire identity, and her weapon was showing everyone, if they were looking closely enough. 3 members were barely enough the first time around. Now the stakes are higher, and the team needs to match. Ren, Yuna, and Maya are all joining Huntrix. The group is going from 3 to 6, possibly 7. This isn't a fun bonus, it's a necessity. This one is so specific it almost feels like a dare. After the Saja boys keep pulling fans away from Huntrix, the girls finally go into their production room to work on a new strategy. Standard scene. Nothing remarkable on the surface, but look at the walls. Among all the posters and notes covering the production room, one of them clearly has the words tax evasion written on it. Not hidden, not blurred, right there. But before it gets revealed, share which Huntrix member you think you look like the most. Like this video if it's Rumi, subscribe if it's Mira, and send yellow hearts if it's Zoe. Now, let's continue. Tax evasion, hiding income to avoid paying taxes, is one of the most career-ending scandals in real K-pop. Multiple major idols have had their entire reputations destroyed overnight because of it. It's not a minor issue in that industry, it's a death sentence. And the director placed that word deliberately on the wall of the most successful idol group in the movie's world. That's not a prop mistake, that's a quiet commentary. That the K-pop industry the film is celebrating is built on the same problems the real one has. What you see on stage is never the whole picture. The hairstyles in K-pop Demon Hunters aren't just character design choices, each one is actually telling you something about who that person really is. Let's start with Zoe. Those double-braided buns aren't random. They reflect her bubbly, high-energy personality, her Korean-American roots, and the way she naturally lights up every room she walks into. Her hair is as fun and lively as she is. Then there's Mira. Her long, loose, flowing hair tells a completely different story. It speaks to her confidence, her independence, and the fact that she moves through the world entirely on her own terms. Nothing about her is held back, and her hair makes that clear without saying a single word. But before we get to the most interesting one, think about which Huntress matches your personality the most. If you're all Zoe energy, drop a microphone emoji in the comments. If you're more of a Rumi, like this video and subscribe. And if Mira feels like your mirror, share this video right now. Now, Rumi. Unlike Mira's free-flowing hair, Rumi's is tightly braided, every strand in its place. Neat, controlled, deliberate. And that's exactly who she is on the inside too. She's always holding something back, always keeping her guard up, always making sure nobody gets close enough to see the real her. 3 hairstyles, 3 personalities, all hiding in plain sight from the very first frame. Here's something nobody wants to admit. In the actual K-pop industry, Huntrix wouldn't last a year. 3 members is already working against them. The biggest groups in K-pop history built their reach through numbers. More members means more fans, more individual fan bases, more content, more ways to connect with different audiences. 3 is a hard position to be in at the top level, but the member count isn't even their biggest problem. Their consistency is. But this is their biggest problem. But before that, if you could spend one day on vacation with only one Huntrix girl, who would you choose? Like this video if it's Mira, subscribe if it's Zoe, and send purple hearts if it's Rumi. They showed up late to their own concert at the beginning of the film and only performed half the set. When Rumi lost her voice, they canceled without warning, while fans were already lined up outside. And the public argument during the Idol Awards, in real K-pop, that kind of visible internal conflict doesn't just create bad press. It ends groups entirely. Fans forgive a lot, labels forgive almost nothing, and the internet forgets nothing at all. Most people completely miss this detail at the end of K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's hiding right in plain sight. When Huntrix finally meets their young fans near the end of the movie, it looks like a sweet, simple moment. But pause and look at what each little girl is actually holding. The girl in the middle is clutching a photo of Rumi. The one on the left has Zoe's picture, and the girl on the right is holding Mira's. Now watch what happens next. Without anyone directing them, without any setup or explanation, each Huntrix member naturally walks over to the exact girl holding their photo. Rumi to the middle, middle, Zoe to the left, Mira to the right. A perfect match. Every single time. It looks spontaneous, but somebody planned that shot down to the last detail. The photos, the positions, the walk, all of it lined up on purpose, and almost nobody caught it on the first watch. Now that you know, go back and watch that scene again. It hits completely differently. Baby's fate at the end of the final battle is never shown. Most people assumed it was just left ambiguous, but there's evidence it wasn't ambiguous at all. It was deliberate, and Huntrix knew exactly what they were doing. Go back to the Huntrix investigation board. Every Saja boy has a photo pinned to it. Romance, Mystery, Abby, Jinu, all of them placed and accounted for. Baby's photo is on the floor. Not missing, not absent. On the floor, like it was never pinned up in the first place. Which raises the question, why is Baby the only one that Huntrix never formally targeted? Why is he the only name that didn't make it onto that board? But before I continue, share which Saja boy you think is the most handsome. Like this video if it's Baby, subscribe if it's Romance, and comment the name if it's anyone else. Now jump to the final scene. After the bathhouse, Huntrix walks through an alley and passes 3 girl fans. Look at the background. There's a figure with the same hair as Baby wearing a pink hoodie, and Baby is famously associated with pink throughout the film. He's also eating a lollipop, exactly like Baby always does. Huntrix didn't fail to catch Baby. They chose not to go after him, and they might be keeping him exactly where they can see him, close enough to become an ally when they eventually need one. 10 details hiding in a film that most people think they already understand completely. Weapons that react to emotions, a tax evasion Easter egg, a group that would have been cancelled in real life, a demon who was quietly allowed to survive, and a world full of cameras that somehow never catches what's right in front of it. Drop in the comments which one genuinely surprised you, and if you spotted any of these before this video. Subscribe for more breakdowns and hit that like button if you want the next part. See you in the next one.